Welcome back to my second yoga sharing video on YouTube. If you haven't met me before, I'm Fran and I'll be taking you through today's class, sequence, session, whatever you want to call it. I just wanted to let you know that I'll be sharing my self-practice, my own personal yoga practice. So if you're expecting something polished and professional, it might not be quite it. As you can see, I'm just in my back room. But what I can say is that I'll be sharing from my heart, and hopefully it can offer a little bit of movement, a little bit of suppleness and openness to your day. You might come away feeling a lot less anxious, a lot less tense, and more calm and more moved and breathed. So what I will say before we start is listen to your own body. If there's something that I'm doing and instructing to do that doesn't feel right, by all means skip it or move to a different pose that you felt really good in. So yeah, listen to your body, be really conscious, really aware, and really compassionate for how your body's feeling today. So yeah, we're going to start. So either start lying down, find a nice lying down position, closing down your eyes, or alternatively seated and with your eyes completely closed, relaxing, allowing your eyes to soften, your forehead, your cheeks, your lips, your shoulders to soften, imagining that your torso can become really heavy and your back can sink into the floor. Or if you're seated, imagining that your sit bones can become really heavy, you can root down. Having a really big inhale, breathing in as deep as you can. Exhale through your mouth, let go. Having two more like that. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, releasing, letting everything go. Having one last one, breathe in. Exhale, release. If you're lying down, just bringing yourself back up to a seated position, coming into a cross-legged position if you can. And we're just going to have a little bit of movement seated before we begin. So as you inhale, we're going to do a little seated cat-cow. Inhaling, sending your chest forward, looking up, arching your spine. As you exhale, rounding, bringing your chin down towards your chest. Inhaling. Exhaling, rounding. Making this one the last one like this. Inhaling, sending your chest forward. As you exhale, round. We're just going to experiment. We're going to have 3 circles. So taking your chest forward, over to the left, round the back, over to the other side. So we're just going to have 2 more like this. Really imagining that your body, your lower body, is a mixing bowl and your upper body is the spoon. You're trying to mix yourself up. You're trying to really move your spine. So just having 3 in the opposite direction, taking yourself in the opposite direction, maybe closing down your eyes, allowing your body to move, allowing yourself to be really smooth, really almost graceful in this. And whenever you feel ready, come into a stop. And inhaling, reaching your arms up, reaching them all the way up. Exhaling, bringing both arms either side of your left knee, coming down. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, right knee. Inhaling, reaching up, extending through your spine. Exhaling, lowering. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, lowering. Just one more each side like this. Inhale, reach up. Really imagining that moving between left and right, that you can connect in the middle. You can bring your left body, your right body together. You can become really balanced. Exhaling, hands down the center of your body and just having a little fold forward. Whether you stay on your hands, whether you go onto your forearms, or whether you surrender, and go down the whole way, just wherever you feel ready. Allowing your body to be really soft. Not pushing yourself, just allowing gravity and your own body weight to do its work. Feeling it in your hips. Feeling really nice and long in your spine. Maybe using the traction on your fingers to pull yourself a little bit further forward. Making an effort to spread your shoulder blades, really dragging your shoulder blades away from each other. Having one more breath. Exhale, seeing if you can fold a tiny bit further. And inhaling, reaching up, coming all the way up. As you exhale, we're going to spread our legs. So either having your knees bent or having your legs completely flat. Whatever you feel. So we're just going to start by having a little bit of movement, noticing how your hips feel in this position. Seeing if you can flex your feet towards yourself, whether you can point your toes, noticing how you feel. Totally feeling free to bend your knees if that feels better. Just having a little bit of movement maybe in your hips. And whenever you feel ready, inhaling, reaching up. As you exhale, hands coming behind your back, lifting up through your heart, sending yourself up. One more breath. As you inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhaling, right hand coming down behind yourself. Inhaling, really reaching up. As you exhale, you're going to take that left hand towards your left toes. Windmilling your arms over. So wherever you end up, that's totally fine. Whether you're holding onto your knee, or whether it's your shin, your ankle, your foot, wherever you are, just having a little lean over. Totally feeling free. If your knees are bent, that's totally fine. Inhaling, reaching up, coming up, windmilling your arms. Exhaling, folding over that left leg, windmilling your arms. Wherever you are, it's completely fine. Inhaling, coming up. Just having one more, reaching up as high as you can. Seeing if you can separate your ribs, separating your vertebrae and your spine, reaching as high as you can. Exhaling, coming over for your last one. Whether you're holding your knee, your shin, your ankle, folding over. Having 5 breaths here if you can. Allowing yourself to really sink. Feeling a gorgeous stretch up this right hand side of your body, your ribs, your side belly. Just having 2 more breaths, sinking further if you can. Inhaling, coming all the way up, bringing your body to center. Having a breath here in neutral. Inhaling. Exhale, release through your mouth. And we're going to take the opposite side, taking your left arm behind your body. Inhaling, right arm going up to the sky, leaning backwards. Exhaling, folding over your right leg this time. Arms windmilling, wherever you feel. Again, totally feeling free to have your knee bent, or going to your knee, your shin, your ankle, your foot. Inhaling, reaching up, coming all the way up. Exhaling, sending yourself back down, folding over your body. If you guys are in the UK, you might know it's already hailstoning, but that's the noise. Just having 2 more like this. As you exhale, really fold in, seeing if you can get all your breath out of your body, folding down, inhaling, reaching up. Last one, exhale, staying for 5 this time. So wherever you are, whether you're holding your knee, your shin, your ankle, folding down, staying for 5 breaths. Breathing really deeply, you should be able to feel your ribs expand, your belly expand. Having just 3 more breaths, really feeling open. Trying to take your shoulders away from your ear, wherever you are. Inhaling, reaching up, coming up, and settling in neutral. Having the choice here, whether you want to have a little fold forward or a lean back, just to neutralize our hips, neutralize our spine. Feeling really balanced and centered from moving right to left. You should feel everything's come back to center. Whichever you choose, inhaling, lifting up through your heart. Exhaling, either leaning forwards or leaning back. Having 1 breath wherever you've chosen. And inhaling, coming up, crossing your legs, bringing them back to cross. Maybe hugging them in, bringing your knees in towards your chin if you can, having a little rock maybe. And whenever you feel ready, making your way onto your hands and knees on your mat. Making sure that your body's aligned, your knees are under your hips, your shoulders are on top of your hands, on top of your elbows, everything's in a straight line. Whenever you feel ready, we're going to have 3 cat-cows. Inhaling, sending your sit bones up, sending your chin up towards the sky. Exhaling, round it. Inhaling, opening through your chest, looking up. Exhaling, rounded. Last one, looking up to the sky, reaching up. Exhaling, rounding through your spine and coming back to a neutral position. We're going to tuck our toes under and we're going to come up to our first downward dog of the day. So what you want to do is, if this is one of your first downward dogs, you want to be bending your knee and making sure that your back is as aligned and as straight as you can. If you straighten your legs and your body bends as a result, just trying to have a straight back, sending your hips back, sending your bum up to the sky. So coming into your downward dog and zipping up your core, really engaging your core. Having your fingers spread as wide as you can. Imagining that you're pushing into the ground. Whenever you feel ready, having a big inhale and exhaling through your mouth, let go. Inhaling, coming onto your tiptoes, and we're going to step to the top of our mat. So whether you need to take a few steps to get there, come into the top of your mat. As you inhale, lift your spine halfway up. As you exhale, fold back down, whether you're still holding onto your ankles or whether you can touch the floor. Having a fold. And inhaling, reaching up all the way, reaching all the way up to the top. Exhaling, bringing your palms down the center of your body, bringing your arms either side of your waist. So that's 3 Namaskar. We're just going to do two more of them. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, folding, coming all the way down. Inhaling, lifting your chest halfway up. Exhaling, folds. And we're going to step back to plank. And you either have the choice here, you either shift your weight forward, bend your elbows coming down to chaturanga, or you lift your knees down, bending your elbows, send your chest down, inhaling, sweeping through, upward dog. So either using your knees or chaturanga, coming to upward dog. Chaturanga version is straight down, toes under, looking up. When you've reached your upward dog, Tucking your toes back under, coming back to downward dog. You also have the ability here to use your knees, coming back through, back to downward dog. So we're just gonna do two more rounds of 3 Namaskar air. Having one more breath here. Really engaging your core, sending your sit bones back. Inhaling, looking towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, take a step or a few steps forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhaling, fold in. Inhale, reach all the way up. Fingers going to the top. Exhaling, palms down the center of your body, come into stand. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, chest coming halfway. Exhaling, lowering, stepping back. Coming down at the knees or chaturanga, lowering yourself down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, straight back to downward dog or over your knees. Tucking your toes in there, coming back to your downward dog. Having 3 breaths here, really engaging your core. Pushing your body into the mat, pushing your weight into your feet, into your hands. This is going to be the last one, guys. So inhale and look into the top of your mat. As you exhale, we're going to step or use a few steps to the top. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reaching up all the way to the top. Exhaling, hands down the center of your body. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, chest halfway. Exhaling, stepping back to plank. Lowering through your knees or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling over your knees, straight to downward dog. Having a breath here. And whenever you feel ready to, we're going to come through to a low lunge. So picking up your right knee and planting it between your palms. So we come into a low lunge, you're untucking your toes, having your knee planted. As you inhale, we're going to reach up. Either staying with your fingers up or holding on to your opposite elbows. Having just 3 breaths here. Seeing if you can send your shoulders down. Whichever one you've chosen, sending your shoulders down. Opening through your chest. Reaching up as high as you can, lengthening. Seeing if you can sink into that hip a little bit deeper. Having one more breath. As you exhale, having your palms coming down. Tucking your back toes under. We're going to step back to plank. Lowering your knees down, sending your chest down. Inhaling, upward dog. Over your knees, over your toes, downward dog. Taking the opposite side, picking up your left knee, bringing your toes in between your palms. Same thing this side. Inhaling, sending your arms up. If that feels really nice, taking hold of your opposite elbow, sending yourself back. Sinking down into that right hip flexor, down into your left hip. Having one more breath, sinking in. Exhaling, bringing your palms either side of that foot. Tucking your back toes under, lifting up and back to plank. Lowering your knees, sending your chest down. Inhaling, upward dog. over your knees, over your toes, downward dog. Having a moment, and whenever you feel ready, if it feels okay to sending your right leg up. Sending your right leg up, having a big breath. As you exhale, bending your knee, bringing it under your body, planting your foot. We're going to bring our back foot to a 45-degree angle. Inhale in, we're coming up to warrior one. Bringing yourself into warrior one. Hopefully your knee is tracking your toes. You've got a long straight spine. Stay in here for 3 breaths. Reaching up as high as you can, engaging your core. Exhaling, opening your arms up, slightly tilting your pelvis so your whole body is almost stretched. Warrior two. Having one more breath here. As you exhale, we're going to lean back. Just going as far as you feel comfortable to, reversing your warrior. Inhaling, coming forwards. Exhaling, bringing your forearm to your knee. Sending your arm forwards. If that feels really good here, feeling free to bring that right arm down to the outside edge of your foot. Coming into side angle. One more breath. Exhaling, bringing yourself round, coming onto the ball of your foot. Keeping your left hand planted. Inhaling, opening up to a twist. So your right arm's in the air, your left hand's planted, your body's twisted. Having just 3 more breaths here, really trying to open your body, twisting. And making this one your last breath. And bringing that arm back down, planting both palms, and we're going to step back to plank. Stepping back to plank, lowering your knees, lowering your chest. Inhaling, coming up to upward dog. Over your knees, over your toes, downward dog. Taking the exact same sequence, opposite side. Inhaling, left leg reaching up as high as you can, opening through your hips. Exhaling your knee under your body. Planting your foot. Taking your back foot to a 45-degree angle. Inhaling, reaching up, warrior one. Really drawing your stomach muscles in. Trying to have your knee above your foot. If it's a little bit further back, that's totally fine. Having just one more breath. Exhaling, tilting your pelvis, coming into more of alignment. Bringing your arms out. Warrior two. Having just 2 more breaths. Sucking your stomach muscles in, tucking your bum under your pelvis. Really holding yourself accountable here. Exhaling, we're gonna reverse. So however you feel comfortable, going back as far as you feel comfortable to. Having a breath. Exhaling, coming back through warrior two, bringing your forearm to your thigh, leaning forwards. Come into side angle. If that feels really good, bringing that left arm down to the floor on the outside edge of that foot. Having just one more breath. And exhaling, bringing both palms down, shifting onto your ball of your back foot. Keeping your right hand planted, we're going to twist. So opening through your left arm. So So your whole body should be twisted. Having 2 more breaths. Trying to stay lifted in this hip. Exhaling, coming down, bringing both hands down, stepping back to plank. Lowering down, lowering your chest down, inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling over your toes, coming down to child's pose. Having a moment here, allowing yourself to soften, to melt down, allowing your back to be rounded, really sinking into your hips, being really soft. Having 1 more breath here. And whenever you feel ready, we're going to inhale, reaching up, extending through your knees, coming up onto your knees, looking up. As you exhale, we're going to come all the way down, back to child's pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. This next one, we're going to lean out to the left side, and we're going to take our right leg out to the side. Okay, so inhaling, reaching up, right leg going out, leaning over to the left. As you exhale, we're going to bring everything back in, down to child's pose. Inhale, reach up, left leg going out. Opening your body, imagining that you can be a rainbow. Exhaling, coming all the way down. 2 more each side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, lower. Last one on this left side. Opening up. Staying here. Staying for 5 if you can. Really feeling like your chest is open. Like your shoulders is open. Opening through your hips. 1 more breath, staying here. Exhaling, lowering down. Last one, the right side, opening. Staying for 4 more breaths. Imagining that you can fill up your body with this fresh oxygen, this fresh energy, that you can nourish your body. 1 more breath. Exhaling, lowering down, staying here, either with your arms either side of your body or out in front. Having 5 more breaths. Whenever you feel ready, inhaling back to your knees, tucking your toes under, come into downward dog. Getting comfy in your downward dog. As you inhale, coming onto your toes, looking between your hands. As you exhale, step forward, step between your hands. Inhaling, lifting your chest up halfway. Exhale, fold, letting your body have a little sweat. Maybe holding onto your opposite elbows. Having a moment, having a sweat, if that feels nice. And as you inhale, reaching all the way up, coming all the way up. And whenever you feel ready, sending your fingers up as high as you can. Exhaling, leaning. Inhaling, back to center. Exhale, lean. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, just 1 more each side. Coming back to center. Exhaling, lean. Inhale in, center. Last one. Exhale, lean over. Inhale in, back to center. Exhaling your palms down the center of your body. Allowing your arms coming out either side of you. Having a little bit of movement. Allowing your shoulders to completely drop. And whenever you feel ready to, we're going to find a spot to focus on in front of your mats. And we're going to pick up our left knee. Bringing your left knee up. Bringing it up higher if you feel comfortable to. Knowing that your foot can be literally an inch off the floor if you want. If you feel comfortable to, bringing your knee in. Allowing yourself to be really steady through your foot. That's standard, that's grounded. Having one more breath like this. As you exhale, we're going to lean out to the side with it, opening through your hip. Having one more breath here. Exhaling, bringing it back to center. Staying here. And we're going to bring ourselves almost a figure of 8. So your ankles on your just above your knee. Bringing your palms into prayer position. Stay in here. If you feel like you can, lower in. If not, totally stay in more upright. Having just 3 more breaths wherever you are, lower in as deeply as you can. Staying grounded, staying focusing on one spot. You can totally stay here. It's okay to wobble, it's okay to come out of balance. Doing your best. Inhaling, rising up if you've squatted, and exhaling, releasing down, coming down. Allowing yourself to have a little wiggle, a little bit of movement through your feet, through your legs, through your hips. And taking the opposite side, inhaling, opposite knee coming up, knowing that it can totally be just an inch off the floor. Just trying to stay grounded through your standing foot. Inhaling, bringing that knee in as close as you can. Having 3 breaths here. If you can, trying to create a little bit of pressure on that hip bone, that meridian line in your hip. Having one more breath. As you exhale, we're going to open that hip, creating space in this hip. Staying steady, staying grounded through that foot. Imagining that all your weight's just piling into that foot. You're so grounded and you're so rooted here. One more breath. Exhaling, bringing your knee back in. Stay in here if you can. And we're going to bring our ankle to just above our knee, bringing our palms together. Either staying really tall, really strong, or if you feel like it today, lowering down. It should feel really nice in your hip. Having just 3 more breaths if you can, lowering as deep as you can. Having 1 more breath if you can, staying here. Inhaling, coming up, releasing that leg, allowing everything to completely relax. Come back to neutral, come back to center. Inhaling, reaching your arms all the way up. As you exhale, we're going to fold, bringing yourself all the way down. Whenever you feel comfortable to, we're going to pick up our right knee and imagining that we're like a flamingo, we're bringing that right knee towards our nose. As you inhale, we're going to send that foot away from you and lift up your heart. As you exhale, we're going to bring it in towards your chin. Inhaling, extending, opening. Exhaling, bringing it in. Inhaling, opening. Last one, bringing that knee in towards your chin and extend it. Stay in here if you can for 3 breaths. Trying to flex your foot at the back if you can, drawing your toes towards yourself. Staying strong through your core, really drawing your core muscles in. Exhaling, lowering down. Having a moment here, allowing your body to relax, come back to neutral. And taking the opposite side. So your left knee is going to come up like a flamingo, drawing your knee in towards your nose. Inhaling, opening, extending out. Exhaling, drawing your knee in. Inhaling, drawing it out. Exhaling, coming in. Inhaling, extending. Having just one more like this. Exhaling. Inhaling, opening. Staying here, staying for 3. Looking up, extending through your heart space. Flexing your back toes if you can. It's okay if you're about here. It's okay if you're up here. Whatever you feel. Having one more breath. Exhaling, lowering down. If you feel it, holding on to your opposite elbows, having a little sweat, allowing yourself to relax. Having a big inhale, breathing in. Exhaling, releasing through your mouth, let go. Having one more breath here. And whenever you feel ready to, we're going to bring ourselves up to stand. Inhaling, coming up to stand. And wherever you are positioned on your mat, bringing yourself up to the top of your mat, so you're facing forwards on the top of your mats. As you inhale, we're going to lift up through our right leg and bring ourselves into a really wide-legged position. However far apart your legs will go, that's perfect. Not feeling stressed to take them further than's comfortable. If you can, holding onto your hips. Inhale, lifting your heart up. As you exhale, using your hips as almost a hinge, sending your body forwards, coming halfway forwards. If that feels like enough for you, feeling free to stay halfway. If you'd like to continue forward folding, sending your body down, taking hold of the floor with your palms, lowering yourself down. Having a breath here. Staying here for 5 breaths, staying in your forward fold for 5 breaths. Allowing your neck to relax, not holding any tension in your neck, your shoulders. Engaging your core, allowing your core to pull you down. Wherever you are is the perfect place for you today. Not getting frustrated with yourself, not pushing yourself too far. Being really soft, really gentle. On your next inhale, bringing your hands to your waist if you're not already. Inhaling, coming up all the way. Inhaling up. As you exhale, allowing yourself to relax. Staying here. And whenever you feel ready to, we're going to angle our feet out to the side, having a little bend through our knee. Coming into goddess pose. Having your arms out to the side. Slight bend in the elbow. Going as deeply as you feel, coming down as deeply as you feel comfortable too. Staying really strong through your feet, through your thighs. You can do this. Having 3 breaths. Opening through your shoulders, through your chest. Inhaling, reaching up, straightening your legs, reaching your arms up. As you exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, lower. Last one. Inhale, reach up as high as you can. Exhaling, lower. And this is the last one. Reaching up, exhaling, hands coming down either side of you. We're just going to have one last fold forward. Folding your body forward. Either coming halfway or the whole way down, planting your palms. If your hands are planted, as you inhale, we're going to walk our hands forward, sending our chest forward. As you exhale, bringing your hands back, folding. Inhale forward. Exhaling back. Two more. Inhale forward. Exhaling back. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhaling back. If you feel like it resonates with you and it's the right thing to do today, we're going to move over to our left side. Moving over to our left side body. Holding on either to your foot, your ankle, your knee on that left side. And just trying to have a little fold onto the left side. One more breath. Exhaling, coming through center, folding. Inhaling, lifting. Coming over to the right side, so either your knee, your shin, your ankle, or your foot, whatever's fine. And just folding down. Having 3 breaths. Inhaling, coming back to center. Having one last fold. Inhaling, hands to your hips. Inhaling all the way up. Facing forward, step into the top of your mat. Staying here, allowing a little bend in your knee. Allowing yourself to have a little sway side to side. A little bit of movement into your legs, into your body. And we're going to make our way to the floor. So inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, folding. Stepping back to plank. Lowering your knees or coming through chaturanga. Inhaling, coming up through upward dog. Exhaling over your knees, over your toes. Downward dog. And we're going to come through to a seated position. So bringing one knee down, the other knee down, coming into a cross-legged position. Coming in any way if that way didn't work for you. And we're going to come into bridge. So taking your legs out in front of you. Maybe having a little windscreen wiper of them side to side, just getting a bit of movement in after that last tripod pose. And whenever you feel ready to, lowering yourself down onto your back, allowing your feet to come under your knees, staying really aligned. And we're just going to do a few bridges. So as you inhale, tilting your pelvis up, and lifting up through your lower back, through your upper back. And if you can, coming up off your upper back. If that feels really good, taking your fingers and interlocking them under your back, squeezing your shoulder blades together, allowing more lift. Having one breath. As you exhale, release your hands if they're interlocked. Exhaling down, coming all the way down. Staying here. Having a breath. Either coming up in the same way as before, or if you feel to, using your arms as well. Inhaling, reaching up, reaching your arms behind your head. As you exhale, lowering, bringing your arms back. Having 2 more like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, lowering. Last one, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, lower. And whenever you feel ready to, drawing your knees in towards your chest, drawing yourself into a little ball, maybe having a rock side to side. And whenever you feel ready to, we're going to take our legs straight up. If that feels too much for you, feeling free to have a bend in your knees if that's hurting your hamstrings. Having your legs either straight up. If this feels super easy for you, feeling free to come into shoulder stand. So being really careful with yourself, but lifting yourself, using your hands, using your upper body to push up to shoulder stand. If that doesn't feel accessible today, staying with your back grounded, staying with your legs up. If shoulder stand is something you usually practice, feeling free to do that. Not pushing yourself into any place of pain. Just allowing yourself to have an inversion, to allow the change of blood in your body, allowing your blood to flow in a different direction, having a cleanse. Having just one more breath. If you're up in a shoulder stand, holding onto your back, letting yourself come down, sinking down, using your core muscles, using your arms as a break, and then slowly everyone bending your knees, bringing them back into your body, having a hug. And for the last pose of today, we're just going to do happy baby. So what that is we're going to take hold of either our ankles or our feet. So your knees should be spread, your feet spread. Your knees are almost trying to be aiming into your armpits. So really open through your hips, really open through your body. Having just 2 more breaths here. Seeing if you can sink a little bit deeper in towards your armpits. And releasing, coming out, letting go. Having one last hug, rocking side to side. Allowing your arms to go out either side of your body. Having a big breath in. As you exhale, taking your knees down to one side. Having a twist. Inhaling, bringing yourself back through center. Exhaling, knees down to the other side, twisting. Inhaling, coming back up through your center, allowing your body to completely relax, coming to lie flat on your back if that's comfortable, or returning back to your starting position, coming to sit with your crossed legs, easy seated position, Sukhasana, and re-closing down your eyes, remembering to allow your shoulders to relax, your face to relax. Realigning yourself with your intention today, noticing how you feel, if you feel breathed, if you feel moved, if you feel more supple, energized. Having a big breath in, breathing in. Exhale through your mouth. And whenever you feel ready to, just starting to open your eyes. This is the end of the practice, but I invite you to stay in the position you're in and complete a bit longer of Shavasana, a longer relaxation, allowing yourself to completely relax, allowing your senses to reawaken, allowing yourself to be really slow, and enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, whatever you're doing. Make it beautiful. Namaste. Bye guys.